Shaggy was the man.
Yeah.
Isn't he also the guy that sang Informer?
I don't know.
You don't remember that?
I'm not sure which.
Oh, you are a little bit younger, but you're not that young, motherfucker. Don't get
I
it
mean,
twisted.
that album came out in 2000, so
Yeah, I know that was pretty explicit. That was on the radio.
that I mean, if even Shaggy can show you the difference between what the world was like in 2000 compared to what it's like in 2022, that's a ridiculous.
He said, "Picture this: we were both butt naked, banging on the bathroom floor." I don't even remember them editing any of that out.
No, they didn't edit it out at all. No.
And all he said was, "How can I have forgotten that I'd give her an extra key?" He didn't say, "I'm sorry."
Said, but she caught me on the counter. She saw me banging on the sofa.
Where the fuck?
I even had her in the shower.
Dude's awareness level is zero. Like, how the fuck you didn't notice all these? You're on the you're like at the counter in the kitchen. It's this place that's
He was fucking this girl all over the house.
there was no discrimination.
There was
based
no
on the
discretion.
Room. That room is that no
He used to
discretion.
not give a fuck about discretion.
I hope there's discretion.
He used to not give a fuck about discretion.
I synced it.
Yeah, that was.
So where were the rest of the CDs at?
Oh, I had them in a box in the closet.
So that's your whole collection right there?
This is the collection. I mean, there's other like random shit, but it didn't really. I feel like it didn't belong here.
That's a perfect segue into. I saw that for the first time in mad years, like 11 or 14 years or some CDs had gone up in sales.
No way.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I mean, like,
yo, they
were probably at
this
zero.
This cover was dope. I remember this shit.
Yeah, I don't have the disc.
Oh, that sucks, man. Where the hell do you think it went?
I have no idea. I have no fucking clue, and I'm not happy about it.
Huh. I always wanted these G-Unit sweaters, but that's the only thing. The shoes are terrible looking. Like, can we just be real about the fact that, like, S. Carter's and G-Unit shoes, they're all
Games
terrible.
Hurricanes.
They're all real terrible shoes.
Yeah, none of them really had particularly great looks to me. I tried to organize them somewhat by, like, region,
S.
right?
Carter, y'all must try
It's
harder.
like the east, and then it goes into the south, and then there's...
You organized your CDs by their geographical location? What the fuck?
I mean, obviously, I put them like in order with their whole discography. Like, you got the J's up there and the Nas is up there.
To some, it may seem very weird that we're talking about your CD collection sitting behind us, but since this is a music, I don't say it's a music-based podcast, but we talk about
it's a music-involved podcast.
We love music. If that's not enough.
And the name of that podcast is the Kiona and Kasson podcast. Might as well introduce us since we've been.
Go ahead.
And you know what?
And for those that aren't aware, that's the street names we grew up on, not him and I. Like,
no,
he is not Kiona and I am not Kasson.
I was about to get to that, but first, it's episode 122. I wanted to make sure we're accurate because it's been weeks.
Yeah, so
but welcome everybody to the show.
And as they say, it's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you
without a
dope pod to listen to.
I guess that'll work.
Shit.
Yeah. It's the most predictable ending to that.
Well, I mean, the message still stands. We shouldn't have done that, but we had to.
It's true.
Want to explain why?
Well, we can get there, but we have to intro the thing first,
All right. Well,
so I'm your host of this podcast, which is titled After the Streets We Grew Up On, Not Ourselves.
I think we should really start reiterating that shit.
My name is Adam. It's not Kiona or Kasson.
Yes.
Here with my brother Osama, who's also not a Kiona or a Kasson.
No, neither of those am I.
Even here with the dog, who's doesn't have.
Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, literally. Okay, so you ever name something and really kind of not regret naming it that, but wish you would have gone about it a different way?
I really thought
but you're so deep into it. It's like MREPs. You're like in too deep. You don't know what to do with it now.
I would really think that the street signs in the logo would be a giveaway, but like, I don't know.
But that's never really anywhere in the aesthetic of the show. Back there in that small little circle.
and then the one behind it, it was that before it was this. And that. I got a Heineken shirt on today. It's not anything to do with our pod.
That Heineken?
Oh, it says it right there. Well, that's not.
Yeah, but that doesn't do much for anybody.
It's not the logo. Anyway.
So listen, it. we're sorry that you may be confused, but for now,
To be fair, also the logo is on the bottom of the screen, the bottom right. If you're
right?
looking,
If you look at the watermark, there's that. Yeah.
So
Well, either way,
it's on the
that's
title
the
of the
reality
channel
of
of the
this
show.
this show. So we've been getting a lot more views, it seems, than people who are subscribed. So I'm assuming that.
But we still have a lot more subscribed. And
Yes.
happy New Year, first of all, everybody.
Right,
That
we got to get to all that.
that has changed since we have been here.
But I
last.
feel like stay in the intro for just 1 second, just to say that
Still part of the
I've
intro.
seen people say it that they have a large portion of viewers that aren't subscribed.
Yeah.
So if you are watching but you haven't subscribed, man, consider go ahead and do that. We'll say that at the top of the show.
If you're watching, and like, I guess that would mean that you're an ongoing viewer.
Yeah.
If you're not subscribed, how are you getting the notifications of the show? Is what I would like to understand there. But yeah, no, I
that's
mean,
true. I
we
mean,
would
maybe,
definitely appreciate
well,
it.
YouTube's weird. It just recommends shit that you might watch.
For those who are unaware, when you're a content creator of any type, the subscribers, the members, those are the things that really make the impact for the content creator. Or not the main thing, obviously, but like it's pretty crucial.
Yeah, obviously likes and subscriptions to the channel
Gives us better insight to analytics.
helps us out, gives us some more capabilities, things we can do, for the viewers. So
can go
just,
live. We have a certain number.
not to be the dead horse, but just saying that. Now, before we get to New Year's, did we even have a pod after Christmas?
It's been about 3 weeks.
So we haven't had a Christmas.
So Merry Christmas.
So
Happy New
firstly,
Year.
we'll do this in increments.
Feliz Navidad, Prospero Año,
Merry
Felicidad.
Christmas. Yeah.
Those who speak Spanish.
Happy holidays.
Yes.
All of the holidays that occurred during this month of December and January. Happy holidays, man. We hope everybody had a safe holiday. Hope everybody enjoyed some time. We understand that it was hard with the fam because one of the reasons we didn't pod was because
Omicron. That's not a bitch.
The ever changing
COVID landscape.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
even when we were affected because.
Well, that's part of why we didn't have pods for last
Right,
week.
we weren't able to. There was that, and
there was a weather
last
condition
week.
and-
It had Adam told me, as he aptly said, it rained ice.
Even though we're kind of like in the show business realm, the show doesn't have to go on if it means
we're
that our
what?
life. Because you know how like in show business, the show must go on. That's their thing.
Yeah, but
So I
health.
said even
but
though we're
health is
somewhat,
important.
that's what I'm saying.
you know.
So for us, it's not that. The show will go on eventually,
No,
but it
not
doesn't.
that,
It doesn't
not
have
that.
to go on if it
Listen,
means.
we wanted the
potential
pod.
issues.
We were trying. I was actually going to come last week. I took a shower. Adam was like, "Yeah, I don't know if you want to come out here. Everything's icy." So I went outside, and he was not lying. Everything was icy.
Well, it was like the night before. I don't know. Within like an hour, it went from completely dry out. I was out getting some groceries and shit, and then got back in the car. And within that time, it was like icy and slick all over the street. Woke up the next day.
I say.
My poor dog, man. Like you have to take the dog out, right? And he's like sliding, trying to get traction and shit.
And he's a big guy, man. He probably just his momentum pushes him away from things.
He was having the biggest issue trying to find a place to take a dump, right? Because he would like try to set up and his leg would start sliding. So he'd have like,
Now I got to reset up. I remember Stacks
terrible.
he didn't like taking shit when it snowed a lot because his butt would be in the snow.
Yeah,
And
he was much smaller legs.
Yes, he was a little guy.
little tiny guy.
Little guy. But so back to Christmas, we didn't have. You guys were able to be together.
Yes.
Vivi was with her family on Christmas Eve.
Right.
One of her sisters was exposed to COVID or Omicron.
Still COVID.
Yeah. From somebody, and she didn't realize it until later that day. So then we found out, and it was like, fuck. So all of Christmas kind of plans went, out kaput. Even Christmas Eve, which is when Vivi's family gets together all weirdly because they like to celebrate on the night before Christmas. I don't know. I've heard more people talk about the fact that that's what they do. We don't need to get into that again because we know my feelings. It doesn't make sense. It's Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
It's Christmas.
Are you
It's not like you have my born day Eve.
If you're talking about like when little baby Jesus,
He came out the next day.
you're celebrating his birthday, like I don't celebrate the day before my birthday.
You don't
I celebrate.
maybe-
I celebrate the whole week, but that's different.
Maybe they celebrate when she went into labor.
But did she even go to labor? She didn't even.
just popped
She
out?
didn't even have sex.
She looked up, the baby was there.
That's how the story went. I think she had sex though.
It was like,
I don't mean to piss off the religious people, but I think she had sex, and that's what happened.
Well, I mean, in your adaptation of the story, yes, probably so. But listen, I don't want to get into that either. All I'm saying is, whatever. They didn't celebrate it on Christmas Eve. They didn't. So neither did we. Usually we do a Christmas morning, and I called you guys. I was like, I can't come. Except we did a Secret Santa. So I said, you know what? I'll drive over there. I'll come into the driveway. We'll swap gifts, and I'll dip. The family made me then open every gift I got out in the open on Christmas. Luckily, it was a nice day on Christmas because otherwise I'd have been like, man, fuck that. I'm taking these home. I'll FaceTime you.
I mean, nice day on Christmas is relative, right? Because when you talk about Christmas, that's not what a nice day is supposed to be. It's supposed to be like, 33, 34 degrees, snowing, and then like not free. It just didn't feel like Christmas the entire month. It just all felt weird and different.
Well, the older you get, the more the holiday season kind of doesn't have its magic affect you as well as it used to.
Yeah, but I think it's just particularly different in this era,
Well, obviously we're living in a time where everything is so now you're not even like seeing each other, like you're just motherfucking at the crib FaceTiming, and we'll get into it a little bit later, like all that Oculus shit and whatnot. But I mean, the world's changing. But beyond that, like, we didn't pod because of that, but we also didn't
because Sunday
we didn't have Christmas. I think that was the first week we missed, right? The week before we had pod. Oh no, we didn't. We were supposed to pod the week before that.
The week before that, we got like 8-inch snow or some shit overnight.
Was it that?
Yeah, that was the first like big snow that we had.
Okay, I didn't remember that one either.
Yeah, because we woke up and it was just like real nasty out there.
And then we had the scare on Christmas, and then the next week we were supposed to pod again. That was the ice week. So this is we're finally back. But before then, we also will wish you a happy New Year.
Yes, happy New Year to you all, and Merry Christmas and everything that we might have missed. If you had a birthday, happy birthday.
What did you get for Christmas though? We didn't talk about that.
Of course we didn't talk about that. We didn't talk about anything.
What was your favorite Christmas gift? I mean, the problem is we have so many weeks to get through, plus topics, and I mean there's
a lot to talk about.
This may be a long podcast.
It could be. We'll see. I mean, whatever. Just because we have things to talk about doesn't mean we have to talk about them all.
I mean, there's a few things to address, and they're naturally going to lead to some stupid conversation because every conversation we ever had in our lives did.
Yeah. And the whole life of this podcast, that's what it's all
What do you think the meaning of life is? I don't know, man.
You think they went to the moon?
They say they went to the moon. Like, that's literally how whatever, man.
So all the things that I put on my list, they were...
I think we've probably talked about it on the pod.
Oh, this dog is funky.
The pod's probably, in one of the Christmas prior, but we do a Secret Santa. Mm-hmm. There's a app called Elfster if you're interested in kind of doing that with your family.
This is not a promo, a paid sponsorship.
No, nobody's sponsoring us, but that's
if they wanted to. I don't know. I mean,
that's beside the point. They'll get in touch if they want.
We can be Kiona and Kasson podcast sponsored by Elfster.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
So listen, you put your list up there and do whatever. Like, so I put a lot up there to try to give whoever gave me or had me an opportunity to kind of like put our own smorgasbord, if you will, of gifts together. So that's what I did. What did you put? This is the total. Because we did a $250.
No, it was over a little bit, but not by much.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm a very easy person to buy for. You pretty much know what I want.
Yeah, you would think so.
So I got a Cubs hat that was on the list, right over there.
Oh, that's a nice hat.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then there's other things, but the big shebang was this corner light, which it's like LED. There's literally 350 settings that you can put these lights on, and you can cascade them, and they're like 30. I don't know, whatever. It's really cool.
These new lights are really dope. And how do you turn it on?
So you can. What's weird is that I plugged it on in here, so I can try to kind of have an ambiance of light in the pod, and it didn't really work. But as soon as I plugged it in, it turned on.
Good lighting is important. I'm realizing more and more as I get older. There's a lot of things I'm realizing as I get older.
Yeah.
And quality surroundings, but minimally. If you will, if you can, you don't need that much. Clutter is...
Well, that's the great thing about this light.
As I get older, clutter just kills my fucking head, man. I become, more and more anxious just because I'm trying to my mind as I didn't talk about it, but for the new year, I've been trying to become more and more like focused, like streamlined.
Well,
And
you did kind of. I think we had like your
We
talk
haven't
about
potted
being
it.
positive. And,
yeah, we haven't potted in a long time, so maybe I have, and I've been continuing on that journey of gratitude and thankfulness and all that. But I'm also trying to just make sure that my space around me is clear, so I can get my shit done.
You say a cluttered
So,
space is a cluttered mind and whatnots.
Yeah, so I've been looking at those lights too. So I've actually seen that one. I was looking at it too.
Yeah, I mean, I really wanted to get like something, just something for the pod, right? Like just to dress it up a little bit. It might not end up being used for pod. Might be like an after potty thing, whatever.
I mean, and it's so light you can move it around and use
Yeah,
it in
and
the house.
the nice thing about it is it's a corner light where there's like two legs that come out about a foot, and the thing is like
do
5
those
feet
light
tall.
up?
No,
Okay.
unfortunately, that's the one bad thing, I guess. But like, it's just a nice little bright strip. You can adjust the brightness. You can adjust all those settings. You can adjust the speed. Like, there's just a lot you can do with this light, and it's like, I don't know, $80 or some shit like that.
That's
but
not bad.
But it was really nice. The dog likes to fall asleep to like the blue light.
Really?
He enjoys it. As soon as I turn it on, he's like out.
How'd you find that out?
Those little like touch lights that we had.
Light special.
You remember we used to have like those little touch lights from Home Depot?
Baby, it's yours, all yours. If you wanted to. Again, these nasty ass songs back in the day. These motherfuckers was nasty.
It's very similar to the brightness of that blue.
That one right there?
The one that's lit up, the Bluetooth thing.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
I was like, there's like 1, 2. Like, I was like, that one.
I guess there's a few different varieties of blue.
That one? No, that one. That one? No, that one. Oh, that is a nice blue.
Yeah.
That was that blue that started coming out for the phones back in the day. Remember, like those old Sprint phones? Hell yeah! I was like, man, that's the new color. You knew how you got it.
It's very calming for him. Like,
so it is a calming looking color.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I switched my phone, my light in my back room with the TV because I have a LED behind it. I just switch that light sometimes. It makes me feel.
I have an LED strip behind
vibey.
the TV downstairs, but it just changes colors, and there's not really much you could do with the settings.
You don't have a remote?
And when you turn off the TV, it automatically turns off.
Yeah, mine turns off with the TV.
I'm like, I'd like to be able to keep it on. It's like a good ambient light.
Mine's plugged into the TV.
Mine too.
Yeah, so that's why.
But like,
I mean,
I have to plug it into the TV.
And
There's no outlet connection for it.
it's a USB though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got a wall block.
I think it's a USB. I don't know. I gotta look.
You have a wall block.
Yes.
So why don't you do that? Anyway, that's cool. So that what else you get? Anything else?
Yeah, I got other things. This is not like even a disrespect thing to the other things because for the most part, I put all those things on my list. But yeah, I got Basil had me right. He was part of the grab bag this year for the first time with us, whatever. So he got me an additional $50 gift card to Foot Locker, which I was like, cool.
Nice. You can only use that.
Yes.
As long as it's not Finish Line, because fuck a Finish Line.
Reshoevnator cleaning kit.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yes,
I
yes.
remember that.
And then Vivi got me a scarf hat combination
Oh,
thing.
yeah, I saw that.
Very
that.
soft and
You've
comfortable.
been
I
wearing
ain't gonna
that
lie.
every time I've seen you. I'm surprised you don't got it around.
Well,
your
we've
neck
only
right
really
now.
seen each other like twice.
And you had it on. So that was every
So
time.
it's been cold outside.
Well, okay. So that's nice.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. It was a good time.
It was good.
Like
good.
As far as making the best of a Christmas in this climate, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, for
it
you,
sucks that you guys
I had
couldn't
to
be
open
there.
I had to open my gifts in the driveway.
Yeah,
I was like, this is bullshit. I don't want to do this. It's colder.
This is why I don't leave my house, man. Because when I leave my house, then I'm exposed to COVID somewhere. Somebody has it, and they're gonna be around me, and I'm gonna have to be like, "Fuck, I can't go anywhere."
You are never gonna get back to your normal self.
My normal self is this now.
This is normal.
This is the new normal.
You are becoming a hermit.
Yeah, and to top that off, I have now.
Can you think about that word for a second? It's her and the mitt. What does that got to do with being somebody that just stays inside all the time?
Isn't she supposed to be the mid?
What? Oh, wait. Let's not go there. No. That's good. That's
Yeah. To add to that, now I'm on this quit smoking journey, right?
Oh yeah. Can we get a
Round of applause should be the yellow one.
This one?
Yeah, there you go.
We have to give Adam a round of applause for that because he's talked about not quitting for a long time, and then last year he was like, at the end of the year, I'm gonna stop. And
Well, it all started on a false
Anybody
premise.
who said that was a liar.
It all started on a false premise that there was going to be no more menthol cigarettes, and I'm like,
There
yo,
is still menthol cigarettes?
there's still menthol cigarettes. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
How's your craving going?
For the most part, it's been okay. And I pretty much am doing like the cold turkey thing. Like there was a week transition period where I had like 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, and then it pretty much stopped.
Or is it some binary?
Yeah, computer language.
Well, there's no ones and twos. It's zeros and ones.
Well, we're on the ones and twos right now. Remember we had this conversation. It's the 1 and that's the 2, and this is the 1 and that's the 2.
Yeah, just
ones
keep
and
going.
twos.
Just keep going.
Yeah, it's been fine for the most part. It's just as a cigarette smoker, anybody who has been a cigarette smoker in their nightlife, they know this, right? There's a pattern. There's certain times of the day where you have your normal cigarette. So to give you an idea, right? Like I'm be up at 7:00 for work. About 8:30, I go for my first cigarette. Had my first cup of coffee, whatever. I never like to smoke like as soon as I wake up. Didn't enjoy it. Had to kind of get it up a little bit, you know. So 8:30ish would be my first one.
It's weird because most people who smoke cigarettes get up and smoking like a fucking crackhead.
This is why I believe that my road to quitting has been easy so far.
You weren't such a fiend for them.
Yeah, like I mean,
Well, yeah, you were. You
I
smoked
smoked
a lot of
like
them.
half a pack, plus or minus, 1 or
That
2
is
a day.
a lot.
It's
to
not
me.
because you don't understand the mechanics of a cigarette smoker, which I don't get because we lived together well. I started smoking and then like I smoked for like a decade, and then your sister smoked and your mom smoked. Everybody smokes around you, so you should understand a little bit about
That's nasty.
Anyway.
Y'all motherfuckers need to stop smoking that shit. Like it's
it.
crack.
You need to stop smoking that shit, man.
This is the one case where it could be crack doesn't apply.
No, it still
could be
applies.
It could be menthol and tobacco.
Nah, but crack is still worse.
Crack is pretty bad, but so is menthol.
Crack is still worse. So basically, the worst.
And which costs more? I don't know. Crack could be pretty expensive, but I've never bought any. But
Well, as Dave Chappelle said, once they raised the prices to like $10 a pack, that's when it started being comparable to crack prices.
we'll see. There you go.
Nah, but in the suburbs, if you go to the right places, out of that.
For which
It
one?
depends what county you're in. You know what I mean? Like,
For which one?
like Cook County is super fucked up for cigarettes. I don't know much about crack prices.
The only thing I know about crack price is what they say in rap songs.
Exactly. And movies and shows that we watched about crack dealing, but that's about
No,
it.
I'd like to think if I was put in the position where I needed to cook a rock of crack, I could probably do it.
I think I could do it too. Like
I've seen it in movies. I know they probably change it, but
I'm
then
pretty
you go-
capable around the stove, so I'm pretty sure I can handle that. No problem.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've whipped some good like scrambled eggs up. That takes some looking after. Because if you really want to cook scrambled eggs correctly, you got to do it slow. Because that's how
true.
they cook all nice and
I mean,
what's the word I'm looking for?
Fluffy.
Yeah, fluffy.
If you know, I'm that's one of my specialties. You know what I'm saying? Scrambled eggs.
Yes, that's true. I remember, but I've gotten to the point where I can cook good myself. I'll say that.
But
yeah,
yes,
if you could cook some good scrambled eggs, I'd assume you can cook some crack.
cook some eggs, cook some rack, whatever. You know.
I mean, I'm
Not a
not.
big
I'm not
difference.
trying to demean those who cook whip a good crack up, but
I don't think those people are watching this.
I don't think many are watching this in general.
No, you're
but
wrong. I mean, we have the views now to disprove that.
That's true.
But they
man.
don't watch for very long is the trick. Like I'm pretty sure at this point,
Quick
we've
clicking
lost
and
most of
quicking
them.
up, quicking up. Right at this point in the pod, like not many people have seen us.
Like most
talk.
of those, like we know when it hits like 700 something, like the 700, and then the something is the ones who are still watching. The 700 are done by now.
Oh, that sucks.
I mean, hey, we still appreciate
700.
y'all.
Why don't y'all just stay for a little
700
bit?
Club, no.
I was trying to think of a song that would work for that, but I can't. It's on the tip of my tongue. You know how that goes, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you were talking about
Cravings. So the worst of it, right? Listen, like when you're a smoker, 8:30, then I'd have one at like 10:30, be like a break from work, walk away from the computer, go on lunch, probably about like 12:30, eat something maybe, and then go and have a cigarette because after you eat, you smoke. With coffee, you smoke. After you eat, you smoke. After you do it, you smoke. After you fucking take a dump, you smoke. You smoke after every occasion. Okay?
No, you just smoke.
As a
Or you find
smoker,
an occasion at any point in the day you have to find a reason to smoke. That's what
I'm just saying, there's like, so all those things for the most part I've been able to replace. Or not replace, but because if I replace it, it's just gonna be with food.
What the hell you? You just stuffing your
be a
face
fat
with
fuck.
fucking food.
I've been okay with that too. It hasn't been horrible yet. And I said if I start getting too fat because of this, I'm just gonna go back to smoking because the fat's gonna kill me first and before the tobacco.
No,
will.
man, you could just
Heart's
diet
just gonna be
correct.
like,
You could just
I'll go
diet
cardiac arrest
correctly.
and shit. Listen, man, one thing at a time.
Yeah,
all right?
yeah, I
If I
get
want
it.
this to be successful,
But do
it
not
has to be my main
sabotage
focus.
yourself just because.
No.
Like, I've been eating too many donuts, back to squares.
No, but I'm just saying, like, if I want this to be successful, it's got to be my main focus. And I've done other things outside of that, right? Like I've made other changes in the beginning of this year to try to improve my overall health things surrounding that as a 30
I
plus
think
year old
we were
man
able
now,
to talk
you know?
about that one before we stopped podding for a couple weeks. So
Yeah, I think the last one we had was like just before the week of my birthday, right? So that Sunday. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the last time that we did
I
one.
remember that. Excuse me. I did remember.
So the hardest thing has been like if I'm in a situation that is particularly blood pressure raising, right? Like it just whatever it is, something that I'm not happy about. When I'm in a bad mood, that's when I'm like, all right,
You got to get a punching bag or
fucking
something.
cigarette right now,
I don't know, man. I've been known to enjoy a cigarette once in a while. It's not something that I'm.
Listen, it's probably something that will still happen.
I've asked people. I'm like, oh, so you stopped smoking? Do you just never smoke anymore? He's like, oh no, when I'm drunk, I smoke like a fucking chimney. Like,
Listen,
guess.
I've talked about this with other
just
smokers.
don't get drunk
who have
every
quit.
day, and then you get like, oh, I don't smoke cigarettes, but I'd smoke when I drink. But you drink every day, sir. Well, yeah, it's not the same, but it is the same.
No, but I've definitely talked to other people who have quit smoking, and it's like, yo, cigarette smokers. At this point, like it's written. You know what I mean? Like you never stop completely. There will be a day, you know, if you're pissed off, you have one, but you don't go back to smoking.
Hopefully,
You know, a
not,
pack
right?
a day
That's,
type of
that's
shit.
the hope. That's the
Right?
hope.
No, I mean that's not the hope. I think it's also been easier on me just because mentally I was kind of ready for it. Right? Like I was. Not only was it like a plan from early on in the year, but it was like I think my body just kind of was like telling me, yo, it's probably time to ease up
My
on that.
mind's telling me
Which-
no.
Which I mean, you have people who smoke for 50, 60
But
years.
my body.
Hey, we can't do R. Kelly.
Damn.
I know.
That song applies
I still
so
listen to
well
R.
to
Kelly
so many
in
different
private.
things. You should have stopped me earlier in this. You still listen to R. Kelly in private.
Like I was singing "Trapped in the Closet" the other day.
Adam
you
is
know?
like this. He'll be in the house and Sarah's just.
Got the speaker right here. She don't care if I listen to R. Kelly.
I don't see nothing wrong.
No. Like like I believe I can fly.
Hey,
There's certain R. Kelly
even though you
songs.
can pass going on. Oh, I'm sorry. Boop.
Exactly. I wish.
Fiesta. Boop.
Most of TP2.com is a pretty good album.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck it means.
He's a nasty motherfucker, and they say I hog-tied her. I don't know how to hog-tie people. Yeah. So you were talking about the Heineken shirt, and that made me think about.
Well, I needed something to match these pine greens.
Well, yeah, but I'm not talking about that specifically. Even though you're wearing a whole lot of green tonight.
I am, and they're different shades, all of them.
Yeah, I guess, but how does that look on camera, really?
I
Who
don't
knows?
know.
But anyway, it leads me to think about the Nas show we went to.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the Heineken show? We've
Yeah.
spoken about that. We're not going to get into that.
Right.
What that also leads me to is the fact that Nas has released 3 albums in like a year and a half ish.
And I'm not familiar with any of them.
So I listened to King's Disease when it first came out. Loved it.
I think I did too.
But the problem with music nowadays is there's so much. There's just so much music. So
Been the problem with music for the last 3 years since we started
and
potting.
I know you don't necessarily try to keep up, but like I like to hear like a lot of the newer music. But in saying that, also for the majority of the year, I was listening to more R&B than anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I just kind of got into that mode.
That's my everything except for rap category.
So what is that, like Dirty South? No, what is that? That's New York.
Well, New York has a
That's-
weird continuation
I got-
because there was just too much
I
of
see
it.
Eminem, and I got some shit to talk about Eminem as well later.
That's like Midwest.
I want to shit on him
Some
a
of
little
it
bit
bleeds
more.
in, like Midwest and then South, and then that's still New York or East Coast. Just there was too much East Coast rap, and then West Coast.
All right. Well, listen, didn't bring that up for a fucking explanation. So what? So I decided to go back because Nas just released another one with Hit Boy, their third effort together. So I was like, all right, I got to get back and I got to listen to it. So I've been listening to King's Disease,
Okay.
just absorbing that like I would if this was pre-streaming era. Like actually listening to an album. So that is a great album. You should listen to that shit. Now I've just jumped into King's Disease 2. Very good, very great. I'm kind of disappointed in myself because I consider Nas to be my favorite rapper, but also in saying that he admittedly, not that he's dropped bad joints, but like the Kanye one was fucking terrible. But Kanye himself is a whole nother
God,
topic for
so
a
much to
little
talk
bit
about.
later in the podcast. Like everything I said,
we gotta limit ourselves with Kanye. There's a lot to talk about there.
Oh, it's hilarious.
And God knows what the fuck's going on.
I don't know
with
what
him
the fuck.
again.
But I lost it that quick. But no, I would just say that if you haven't listened to King's Disease, if you haven't listened to, and I know the next one, I forget what this newest album is, and I don't want to fuck around and not say it, but great music.
Yeah.
And you should be, even though being who you are, you should definitely feel like listening to those albums because you'll love them. They're really good.
Yeah.
And I don't really have much more to say than they're just really good music. And
Okay.
yeah, I mean, honestly, that's so I'm listening to a song. There's I forget what it's called on the newest one on King's Disease 2. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and check it out because it's with EPMD. Oh, it's EPMD 2. All right. Now it has EPMD and it has Eminem.
Disappointing?
No, because it's a great song, but I have a thing that Eminem just seems to destroy.
I wonder if Sammy still watches this show or if he hates it so much that we talk about Eminem. So your thing is that Eminem kills a track, and not in a good way.
Listen, I'm trying to be more of a to each his own person, right? Like glass half full.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm appreciative of the Nas and EPMD
Other side of the
verse,
leaf type of thing.
but this guy here, Eminem.
It's like when you're writing on loose leaf paper and then you like turn it over because it has to be front and
Why
back.
is he rapping so fucking fast all the fucking time?
He has a lot to say, and 16 bars is just not enough. So you got to turn 16 bars into 27 bars somehow.
I'm sorry, I just
because
don't
the last
see-
bar may not have a rhyme.
I no longer
first
really
one
hold him
maybe
in,
doesn't.
in the light that I used to. and that's
I'll still listen to some of his older shit.
That's
Like,
known on this podcast.
it's the same way I am with Kanye. Like I don't care for your new stuff, but I'll still listen to your old shit. Well, you're still fucking weird. Same thing with Eminem. I don't care much for your new shit, but I grew up on a lot of your old shit. Like
but
whatever.
I don't really venture back into the old music as much as I used to.
Well, you already know I keep my shit on just shuffle.
Yeah,
for the most
but
part, so.
also that
Random
doesn't-
things pop
yeah,
up.
but I mean, look, it's gotten to the point where like he'll completely bring a track to like a screeching halt to me. Like I forget what album is he on for Griselda, or I don't know if it's one of the individual efforts from one of those guys, but it's a great song. And then Eminem comes on and I skip it. I'm done. I would like anybody who's okay. So do me a favor, industry. If you are going to have Eminem on one of your songs, at least do me the solid of making him the last verse. So then when it's done with what I want to hear, and he starts rapping, I could just skip right
but
ahead
no, because
and not have
that
missed
can't work
anything.
because historically in hip hop, the last verse is set for the OG.
That matters none to me, son, because I'll have skipped the song by then, and I wouldn't have listened to that verse anyway.
Listen, man.
I could care less what people think is a good Eminem verse at this point because I feel like, for the most part, they're not great. They're not.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if today somebody made the argument that like Eminem wouldn't have the success he had if he was black, that might actually be more of a strong argument today.
I don't know. I don't care about none of those arguments.
That,
All I know,
that was a large part of what people have criticized when it comes to Eminem. They're like, oh, he's only had the success he had because he's a white guy. Which I mean, I don't really care either way. Like,
all I know,
see my collection here is very
know-
diverse.
all I know is that at some point, his rapping ability, to me, has subsided, and what's taken its place
The last project.
is a lackluster.
What was the last
artist.
project you enjoyed from him?
Recovery.
Recovery? Wait, wasn't it Relapse? The
I forget which one was first, but whatever was the last one, and before that one, that was Relapse, I think, and then Recovery. Either way, they were pretty good albums.
I don't remember really caring much for the Recovery one.
But that's it. After that, I can't really name anything I really cared for Eminem.
That was like his transition from like heavy drug use to like sobering up.
And if that's a coincidence that with me, maybe I don't know.
No, it is for sure. I mean,
Hey, fuck you.
he
man.
said it himself. He's like, "Come on, cuz you love it when I'm on that stuff or some shit like that."
He said, "Come on, cuz."
Something
Remember
like
in what's it in it was it in Too Fast Too Furious? You already in it, cuz. Paul Walker, rest in peace.
Nah, it wasn't. I mean, that sounds like a line from Next Friday.
No, I don't think so.
You already in it, cuz?
No, I think
He's
that's-
like, I ain't in it. I'm pretty sure that's what.
no. I'm thinking about Paul Walker line for sure because everybody made fun of it.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I was just watching one of these fucking renditions of ridiculousness of one of the Fast and Furiouses, and they're like driving on a frozen over ocean, and there's a fucking warship essentially, and Dom driving away in his fucking Charger that has like bulletproof framing.
So what?
I'm like, what kind of fucking movie did this turn into?
So the Fast and Furious movies has become what? It's like a.
They're like, we can't just race for 9 movies.
What's the multiverse from Marvel?
Yeah.
That's what the Fast and Furious like has tried to create. I'm surprised they haven't gotten like the fact that they put Jason Statham in it and he wasn't Transporter, right, in the movie. That just makes sense that he would be that.
It's true.
If you brought Rock in and he was Jumanji, like.
He's not Jumanji. The game is Jumanji.
Well, nobody knows that. What's his name in the movie? Exactly, Jumanji.
Oh, Hobbs or some.
No,
in the movie, I don't know.
Yeah, why would you?
don't
Why
know.
would
I
either
don't
of these guys be anything but the characters they've played? Like,
I thought
you
once
might
they
as
brought
well-
Tyrese in, it was a good place to stop. You know, I was like, I like Tyrese in the movie.
you can make Tyrese his own R&B self.
What movie? There's too many of them. They're gonna be in space or some shit.
They
Like,
should. Ludacris's name.
They link up with
Image.
Elon Musk and he put him up on a SpaceX mission. Like, what the fuck happened? Why are they going to space?
Why? I don't understand what space and car engines have to do.
They
with
should
each
have
other.
stopped after
Other
Tokyo
than the
Drift.
fact that,
They should have stopped after Tokyo Drift. Even though it didn't have any of the
No,
cast.
I'll say that.
from that movie,
I think the ones after that were cool because they did like the smuggling thing in Mexico.
Yeah, but it wasn't necessary.
It was.
Tokyo Drift, they were like doing actual drifting, racing on the mountains. There was like an element to the movie that brought me there in the first place, and then whatever happened to it, like 4 movies in, more accurately, I just stopped watching. I lost interest. So
Listen, it's like
it's too much.
So I usually like, for instance, The Matrix, right? I've seen 1, I've seen 2. I don't remember which one had all the like the Mr. Smiths fighting him, like a whole bunch. But that
The agents.
that's when they lost me. I'm like, this has been 25 minutes of like just loops of him beating somebody else.
Oh man, I was just watching. There was some other mafia movie
Casino.
that started everything yesterday. No. It was earlier on in the day. It's like Benedict Cumberbatch is the like the main boss.
Don't you fucking cuss at me, motherfucker.
And then Keanu is in the movie as well, doing some other role.
Are you sure you weren't watching like Bill and Ted or?
No, it wasn't.
Which is hilarious that they released.
And then I was mad
or
because
released again.
oh yeah, they did.
Yeah.
After that was A Bronx Tale, and then after that was Casino. So it was just like a very mafia movie.
I was just talking about like mafia movies the other day at work. I was talking about I think
So long, man. Casino was like 4
everyone-
hours.
They're all very long, but Bronx Tale is probably perfect length and
Yes.
my favorite.
Yeah.
Bronx Tale is pretty good. You
I would
gotta,
agree.
yeah, like it's Cologino, what did you do to my son?
And then you start getting into the fact that Robert De Niro was just the same person in every movie because he has like a.
Dude, I still won't watch Irishman. I was talking about it earlier. Vivi said, "Hey, when can we finish that?" I was like, "Never." Why the fuck would I watch that? It was terrible. I watched 20 minutes of it, 25 maybe tops. I realized there was another 25 hours left, and I said, "Hey, I'm not spending the next 4 years of my life trying to get through this movie. It's terrible."
I thought it was supposed to be good. No.
No, it's fucked up. It's terrible. Like the CGI was bad. I think wasn't De Niro on like high-rising shoes so he can stand taller?
No idea,
Not De
but that's
Niro,
pretty funny.
Pacino. I'm pretty sure he was. If you've watched that movie, good. You know, here's this for you. Didn't mean for that to be twice. You don't get that much fucking applause.
You
That
gave him a
mo-
lot of applause.
That movie is fucking terrible, man. I would never watch that again.
Okay. So stay away from it is what you're saying.
Do what you want. I'm not watching it. Like you could watch anything you fucking want. I'm not telling you what to watch. Speaking
right.
of watching, I've been watching Peaky fucking Blinders.
That's so weird to me.
Why? It's weird that I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, first of all, that's not like a current series. Like, when did that end? Is it?
They just released the series season 5.
Oh, so you're doing like it's like a reboot of it.
Huh?
Because like there's an original Peaky Blinders, and that's not.
I don't know anything about what you're talking about. I just know the Peaky Blinders that's on my Netflix.
Well,
Okay?
it's not the same Peaky Blinders as the original Peaky Blinders.
That's cool. Done got nothing to do with me.
Nah.
Simple as that.
You like British TV?
Because they've got funny fucking accents. Like no, these guys are Irish. There's Jews. There's Italians.
It's just like the mafia movies.
It is, but it's like a TV show. Like you don't know the premise of Peaky
No.
Blinders, so it's essentially a group of Irish guys, brothers. Actually, it's a family, and 3 of the brothers served in World War One, I want to say, and they were like tunnel diggers, and they survived, and they came back, and they basically become like the Peaky fucking Blinders, man. I don't know how else to tell you without telling you. Like they just become like their own like gangster group. You know how like there was Gangsta Grizzlies, there was like I Can't Feel My Faces, like the mixtapes. Now
Yes.
consider that in gangster world. Like I don't know who else was around. The Mob, the Peaky Blinders. I also think Peaky Blinders has like some sort of like real story behind it.
So is it like Thuggish Ruggish?
Bone? No.
No, not Bone.
There was no Easy Busy.
No, not the Bone, but is it Thuggish Ruggish though?
Busy, crazy, wizzy, huh? I know it's lazy, crazy, busy.
Incarcerated right now, busy. What did you say?
Oh, on the verses?
No, fucking.
First of all, you ugly
DJ
motherfuckers
Khaled's
ain't
shit.
gonna sit here and play me. He
No,
snapped on that verses. That was hilarious.
Yeah, I think we talked about that. Was like the last. That was the last thing we were able to talk about.
Oh,
I think
okay,
as
all
far
right.
as
Well, then good. We don't got to go back to that. But no, you should watch Peaky Blinders. It's cool. Yes, it's so there is the only language that they speak differently, or a few of them actually. There's Italian, right? And they do because they're gypsies. These guys, right?
I can't hear the word gypsy without
Without
laughing at
thinking
Borat now. Man.
I think about Jeremy Clarkson.
I think about Borat.
Either way, they're pretty funny thoughts. So, but yeah, I think you should put your subtitles on because with anything with like a thick accent, no matter what it is, you're gonna want to put that on just so you can go back like, what the fuck did they just say? Oh, mate,
I just hate subtitles
mate.
because why am I reading when I should be
That's
watching?
what it sounds like, but it'll be perfect fucking English. It's just, mate.
Like if
what?
you're gonna put subtitles on, you might as well make it based off of a book and put the entire book in the dialogue, so that I have read the book and watched the movie.
I feel like I've done both at the same time.
That's exactly what has happened. Like fuck subtitles, man. I hate it.
I don't like it, but I gave in and I decided to watch it. It was worth it. It's a gangsta ass movie, man. They do some crazy shit, bunch of cutting things off and whatnot, shootings and scissors.
Yeah, I'll check it out maybe.
You should.
How long are the episodes?
That's the problem. The
They're-
55 fucking minutes.
Jesus, man.
Yes, that's
That's a
what
lot of fucking time.
So I have a cap. I've realized I only like to watch 3 episodes of anything in a row.
I can't binge watch anything. I don't know how
Binge
people
watching
do it.
is a terrible feeling, man. I can't do it. I've tried. I'm like, all right, turn it off. No more. Like I'm not.
I don't have the attention span for it. Like you,
I want to do. I want to do
on.
other things, even if they're at the same space that I'm sitting at right there. Like
Yeah, there could be 13 episodes on. Like, but I can't. You won't have my attention the entire time. You know, like I'll be fucking doing other shit, eating fucking whatever. I won't talk about other things. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
No, I don't know, man. So there's a few things I'd like to talk about. I've written down in this, and I'm sure you have as well.
There's so many things. First of all, rest in peace, Betty White.
Rest in
That's
peace
like
to
gotta
Betty
be my
White.
first and foremost.
Right. She passed away at 99.
99 years old, which I think should be celebrated
Yes.
because 99 years old and just full of life every single day.
She was an awesome lady. You could tell there wasn't hate in her heart. She was just all about she was like the first lady on TV, right?
It blew my mind
Is
because
that
I
what
was
you
reading.
told me?
Yeah, I was reading something about it when she passed, and they were like, you know, she's been around since before TV. She was like one of the first ones with she had a variety show and shit back then. Like she was on TV as long as TV has been on.
Yeah, and that's crazy because she lived 99 years. Can you fucking imagine what you've experienced in 99 years?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So
the world changed in like every way possible in the last 100 years.
Holy shit, man.
Yep.
So 22 she was born, something like that?
20, yeah. Well, no, 21. I don't know.
No, 20.
Something like that.
20.
Because she was
She
99.
she was 6 weeks from her birthday or some shit.
No, her
3
birthday,
weeks? Something crazy.
2.5 weeks, something like that. The 17th of January. So
Well, either way, she was about to be she was about to be 100, which is nuts that
Yeah.
she didn't make it. But at 99 years, I mean, she saw the automobile be fucking.
it's that whole scene from Grandma's Boy.
Yes.
It's like, you've seen a lot of things go down. The automobile. Tupac.
She's seen all of it, man. She's seen all that, but she also did it with just such, like you said, lighthearted and a very spirited person. And rest in peace to her.
Yes, absolutely.
Can you imagine doing things at 99? Like, do you think
She was like signing up for
Do
like,
you think if you live to 99, you'll still be fucking?
if I'm not able to, I don't want to live that long.
I like to think I'll still be fucking at 99, but I mean, there's a chance that you don't.
There's a good chance that I don't. Listen, me and Sima were talking about it, right? If we're thinking realistically here, the era that we live in, the chemicals that we put into our body regularly, all that shit, 70 is like probably where we're at.
I find okay. So let me fight back.
And I was
a
like,
little
I'm
bit.
good at 70.
I think.
But I only want to live till 70
So-
if I'm fully functioning.
What do
and,
you
like,
think about the idea that you live on somewhat in a different way nowadays? Like when we in that years, like in 40 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
35.
that there's better ways to preserve our
Yeah, like what do you think? Like what if you're like now they put your head
if
or
they told you that they
brain-
would freeze you for 100 years and then you would wake up out of like fucking Futurama type of shit, would
So
you
wait,
do that?
So my thing here is I've thought about this before.
What do they call that shit? Cryogenic?
Yeah, but
Cryogenic
when they
freezing
freeze
shit?
you, right?
Yeah.
Because you also have the idiocracy happen too. That
true.
they like sling,
Well,
they
and
missed their shot.
Every time that happens and they show like the future, it always looks like it's
It's all
terrible.
fucked up. The future looks like it's dirty.
The future does not look like when the Jetsons were a thing
Every
and we were
time-
like, oh yeah,
ev-
that's what's gonna be cool.
Every time they depict it in movies, it looks like it could be pretty terrible. Except Judge Dredd, they made it all nice and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I lost my train of thought now. Fuck. Oh, yeah. So, my thought with the cryogenic freezing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this has been my thought ever since I've thought about it, which was whenever.
This is my thoughts and thoughts.
Since I thought it, I've been thinking it. Do they have to freeze you before you die, right? So do you have to be like, well, I'm probably gonna die soon, so go ahead and just freeze me, or do you have to be? Can you die and then freeze?
I'm pretty sure it has to be like
like right at the moment before you die.
like the flash.
All right, throw him
It's
in.
like a flash frozen thing. Like you go in there, they close the door, and you hit the button, and it just flash freezes
and I'm
you.
like, ah.
yeah, whatever pose you're in, you better fucking make sure you don't freeze in an ugly looking ass pose.
That's hilarious to think about the fucking fact that you should, if they start cryogenically freezing you, right? What if they unfreeze you?
I'll be like, what's that?
What if in the future they unfreeze you based on how they feel about how you froze?
About like your general level of like. I don't know what would they base it off of. It's just completely judgmental then.
Like attractiveness, right? So if you kind of like, if they, how when they take a picture of you mid blink or mid facial expression, it looks like you.
Look like you're sneezing and shit. Like,
Yeah. What if they don't? What if you did that, right? Like, what if you were like, "Don't do it yet, and then like, now to
'Cause
other
think about
people,
it.
you're not as attractive as the person who kind of like took a deep breath and was like, "All
Have you
right."
ever been at the DMV and just like waiting for your license picture and you just see people and they like fuck it up within that split second between the time that the camera snaps
Oh,
and,
yeah,
they're like, oh, can we get another? And like, no, we don't
That-
reduce.
It's like what? It's digital, motherfucker. Like just erase it and take another one.
But in that little tiny ass little segment of time, you can fuck up.
They fuck
Big
it.
time.
They do it on purpose.
So I'm
They-
saying, like,
they'd be
in a-
like 1, 2, 3 and a half. Like what the fuck?
I'm saying like when you're talking about freezing and in a pose or whatever, you can, if you're not careful, and they do it actually like a flash freeze type of thing.
Is it one of those things where it's gonna stay like that?
Yeah, like,
don't
you know,
put your
like-
arms like that. Don't do that with your face. It's gonna stay like that. Like what?
Pretty much.
What they used to say that like don't pick your nose is gonna grow or some shit, or like your finger's gonna get stuck up there. Can you imagine that? Listen,
Well,
I've
like-
been COVID tested enough to know you can get up there kind of high.
In our era, right, we're watching WWF a lot, so a lot of the Undertaker eyes in your head type of thing, and they'd be like, "Oh, you're gonna get stuck like that. And,
I don't even like how that feels.
I don't like it either.
You feel like you're fighting your fucking muscles. You're like, ah.
But he got paid to do it, so I would have done it if I were him.
Oh, yeah, I guess. But, I mean, do you think it affected his eyesight? Will you ever think he was?
I don't think so.
Do you ever think in the middle of what he was doing, he hated it? Like, or Mankind, whenever he stuffed his hand in the sock, he was like,
and then into a dude's mouth.
I hate my life.
Yeah. But, I mean, this guy right here put on a podcast in which he speaks to a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
I don't think his eyesight's fucked with.
The problem is it's on WW.
Yeah, you got to be on their network.
Yeah, WWE's network or some bullshit. Anyway, long story short, rest in peace, Betty White.
How we got so far away from that, I'm not sure. But yes,
at
rest in peace
99,
for sure.
I don't know what the fuck you can do. Like, to live to 99 means that you have to be in some sort of decent health,
Yeah.
right? Somehow you've gotten to that point where your body's kind of like, all right, we're kicking it for a bit.
Yeah.
Let you coast through the 90s, I don't know if that's how it really works, but
I don't know either, but
that's what I'm assuming.
I'm glad that, like, and that's why I say, like, it should be a celebration of her life because what an impact she's had on just everybody.
Yeah.
Like
It would have been nice to see her make that 100 mark just because,
sure.
right? Like, I remember back in the day, Ed Burns, he died at like he died at 100, but like after he turned 100, not too much longer. And that would have been a cool mark for her to make. But
she's one of those people who, like, she was immortalized. You never thought that she was gonna go.
No, every time they posted it, you're like, what?
Like every era of person since TV came out has known who Betty White is. You know? That's the kind of cool thing. She transcended TV in general.
Yeah, man. Like, she was able to do things that nobody's ever done. So, again, like, thank you for all that you did, and rest in peace to you.
Enormous loss, but what a great gift she was.
Yeah. Second rest in peace goes to Bob Saget.
Yes, which was a lot more of a recent thing than the Betty White.
Yeah, that happened, I believe, last weekend.
Yeah.
He was, from what I saw, actually, I saw his page the day before he passed, or the day before, or the day of, I guess, because I think he passed over that night. He was thanking all the fans in Tampa because he was doing some stand-up.
Yeah.
And he thanked everybody, and then the next day, I don't know what I was doing, but I was looking at my phone, and they announced it. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And, with today, you got to kind of look for every news source that you know of on, like, Instagram and shit, just to
because
confirm.
people are fucked up and do hoaxes for people all the time.
Idea that people do that is sickening in another story.
Well, people are gross, and we know that about humanity. So,
but but Bob Saget passed. He was 65. They said he passed in his sleep, which I guess if you're going to pass, is probably the way you want to go.
Absolutely.
So rest in peace to him. If you're not familiar with Bob Saget, he was Danny Tanner on Full House.
If you're not familiar with Bob Saget, I don't know how you're not familiar with Bob Saget.
Yeah, you've been under a rock. But if not, we'll do you the solid and explain who he is. He was Danny Tanner, the father on Full House, which was in the 90s, super successful.
And then he came back with a reboot with Fuller House.
Yeah.
So
he was the father there. He also did. He was the first person for America's Funniest Home Videos.
Mm-hmm. Made a lot of hilarious cameos in movies. That
oh man, he was.
It's funny because those cameos were all the opposite of his clean Danny Tanner image.
Like, he was in. He did Half Baked, where if you're a Half Baked fan, you suck. You ain't here for some weed.
He's like, I used to suck dick for coke. You ever suck dick for weed? Nope, can't say that I have.
Fucking dude, Bob Saget. And then he was in Entourage, which also his character in Entourage, he played himself.
Yeah,
which is hilarious because it looked like he played himself. But beyond that, he always just seemed to be a very nice guy.
Yeah,
by all accounts, as well. So rest in peace to him. Another big loss. 65 is young.
Another icon that was a couple of generations.
Yeah,
spanned a couple of generations.
You know? And everybody seemed to love him.
Yeah.
So gone too soon.
I know they're talking about, like, John Stamos was pretty fucked up over it.
John Stamos, Dave
DJ
Coulier, I think his name is. I follow him. I follow them all on Instagram.
And I forget what's her name. DJ.
Candace Burton.
Yeah, Candace Cameron Burke, some shit like that.
Yeah, some shit.
Yeah, she's also, like, I mean, obviously,
they all are. But.
Right. The one thing we'll never seem to bring the Olsen twins out of.
No, I
nothing.
I think they released a statement.
Did they?
Yeah.
That's what they do through their PR now. Like, we like to release an official statement.
Them bitches is millionaires.
They're like Rihanna. No, they're billionaires now.
Billionaires, I meant.
These women got money. They're like the Rihannas of the TV world.
Yeah.
Like, you barely hear from Rihanna.
Except
but when
Rihanna's
you do, it's
much hotter.
Well, yeah. I mean,
because
God knows what happened to the
how's
Olsen
it
twins.
Rihanna's hotter. Y'all must try harder. competition is nada.
I mean, there's competition out there for sure.
For Rihanna, oh yes,
Yeah,
I've seen them.
Yeah.
I seen them on the gram. So I've been deleting a lot of people off Instagram. I've said it before, but I've been deleting a lot of the scantily clad women, if you will, the ones who
the ones I like,
the ones who bear more than not, the ones with big butts,
the ones that I like, as long as they're not mine doing that shit.
Right, but
I'm very hypocritical in that way. Double standard.
I'm like more quality over quantity anyway in life.
Yeah, word.
So like, I don't want to follow 20 big asses just because they're big. That's not fucking something you should do, right?
I mean,
also, I'm a grown man. Like at some point, I need my fucking algorithm to inspire me, not just to see butts. Like
butts inspire me.
Butts are inspiring, but only to some extent. Like you'll only do so much for a butt. Like what I would do for success.
What would you do?
I need something to motivate me, right? Like I can't wake up like that's a nice butt, and then just that's my day. What if I woke up and it said, "Hey, do some shit, dummy," and I was like, "I will."
What do you mean that's your day? So you wake up, you look at it, you're like, "Oh, damn, that's a nice butt," and you're just down a rabbit hole of ass at that point.
No.
Well,
but I'm just saying, like,
as long as you eventually get up and
the first
stop
thing
looking
on my
at it.
Instagram page shouldn't be that. Right?
It's the best way to start my day.
It wasn't for a long time because honestly, for the last 2 years or so, I've stopped giving them my likes.
Folgers in your cup can be the second best part of waking up.
Anyway, I've stopped giving likes to many things in my Instagram feed. Like I just don't.
I'm rarely on Instagram these days, so
yeah. Well, either way.
But I know what you're talking about. I've done the purge.
Yeah, it's
I've
like
done the purge of get all these hoes off my thing.
Yes.
I meant that in a good way.
Oh man, but yes, I don't know how we got there, but rest in peace to Bob Saget,
because we can go anywhere from anywhere apparently.
I don't know
but
how that got
rest
there.
in peace to Bob Saget and Betty White.
Is there any more rest in peace that we should get out of the way before we take break?
Did we talk about Bob Dole?
I believe we did.
Okay, well, rest in peace him anyway.
Yes,
and then
I know that we've lost others, and
yes,
everybody that we've lost, unfortunately, in the weeks that we haven't
potted in 3 weeks. I want to have fun, so rest in peace to everybody who we've lost.
It's inevitable at this point in life for that not to be a thing. It's fucking
at
insane.
any point in life, of course, and we've covered the two who can make it like a fun conversation as well, even though it's hard to put death in like a positive light, but with certain people it's a little bit different, you know?
Yeah, most definitely.
But yeah, so let's go and take a quick break, and then we'll come back and get into some more shit that I mean, we can hopefully have some fun with. So.
All right.
Trying to see the difference in like how solid the vocals are, how the breathing and lung recovery time adjustments have been made. Like,
what you been doing? Laying raps now?
No. Just like if I'm chasing the dog around the house because he likes to run.
Man. Lay down.
Or maybe like how many words I can get in a single breath, as though I'm like Eminem.
Dead in the middle of little, we know that we riddle some little man who didn't do diddly. Can you do that? Or is it cigarettes?
Yes.
Oh, okay, all right. Just wondering.
Yeah. I mean, Twins 99, I mean, it's a good song.
Okay, that's cool. Anyway. So we're back. And
what you want me to do? I'm sorry.
So
back.
Do you want to get into, and I'll give you the option. Do you want to talk about Drake? Do you want to talk about Kanye? Do you want to talk about Kanye? Or do you want to talk about NASA? There was two different Kanyes.
Is there another option there? So
no.
Well, Kanye seems like it's going to be funny stuff.
There's two Kanyes.
Well, there's a lot of Kanyes.
So which Kanye?
I want to talk about the Kanye that first of all that bought a house across the street from Kim. That's the Kanye I want to talk about.
So he rapped that God helped him, something about God let him survive the accident so he can whoop Pete Davidson's ass. That's what he said. So essentially, 20 years ago, Kanye survived a car crash, so then he can beat Pete Davidson, who's dating his. I don't know if they're married or wives. I think they're ex, right? Because,
separated, estranged.
Yeah, but she don't want to be there.
No.
So he's been like.
I remember I heard it. I was listening to 107.5.
It's mad stalkerish in the sense that it's kind of like something a stalker would do.
It's pretty hilarious. It was weird. Like, I don't know, man. You bought a house across the street from your ex. First of all, it's really, really, really weird.
All right, let's play devil's advocate. Maybe he liked the house.
So, I bet you like other houses.
Not like that one.
You have enough money to go and have a replica of that house built brand new and with some other customization.
Not right there, though. Not in front of Kim's house.
Yes, exactly.
So
that's precisely my point.
So what are we talking about here? He likes that house.
You said you want to play devil's advocate. That's not devil's advocate because that's exactly what I'm saying. This motherfucker bought a house across the street from his ex because it was a house for sale across the street from his ex.
Not because.
Don't get me wrong. I'm sure Kim Kardashian got some firebox, but at the same time,
he didn't buy it because the house where the house was. The
Didn't
house was, and he was happy that it was there when he bought it because he liked that specific house.
So he liked that house, and he was like, oh, just the fact that it's on this block is a bonus.
Yeah. Like, there was probably a better house maybe down the block.
Is that what he said? He's like, Kanye, why did you buy this house? I like the house.
I think he tore it down.
What was he going to build there? His ranch that he
I don't
no
know,
longer
like an observation deck?
Because he's
just like...
he no longer has the ranch in...
Do you think it's an illusion that this makes me feel like I could see you a little, like if you were a little bit further, like...
Yes. You think that like you have drawn in the tunnel vision now because you have cut the peripherals out. Technically,
like,
if you do
doesn't
this,
feel as good. This feels better.
Technically, if you do this, then Cyclops says,
"Hi ho, Silver." Remember?
It's like you're a Cyclops, but your eye fell out.
So you got no eyes. Anyway,
remember when he would put the stash, and then Aaron was like, "Oh, it's like you're a Cyclops, but your eye fell out."
It's the saddest Cyclops ever.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? Yeah, so I think he bought it to fuck with Kim, to be really honest.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Like yesterday I saw some he wasn't able to go to the birthday party until Travis Scott like gave him the whereabouts of where the party is. And then I seen him, right? And this leads me to my next Kanye topic about his big stupid boots. What is he doing, man? They look like fishermen, the waders that they wear, like so the water doesn't get in the boots and shit. It looks like he's always prepared to be on the moon and fishing at the same time.
It's pretty hilarious.
And then it makes him walk like he's fucking really stupid. Like it's like because they're so heavy, they have their own momentum. So like,
but honestly, since he started like designing his own clothing line, that doesn't surprise me.
I understand that some people that feel that Kanye is a fashion icon and he's a mobile.
I don't understand that.
He's a mogul.
I get that it happens. I don't know why it happens, so I'll never say I get it.
No, I listen. Some people like shit. I don't know.
I like some of the Yeezys, right? Not even all of them. I like the ones that came out when he was making them through Nike. The Red October is really the only ones I really care about.
Those are pretty dope. They're mad expensive.
But like he should go back to wearing polos.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Not shirts.
He said he was not a backpacker. He just was pretending.
But he had XXX shirts with holes ripped through them that looks like he made it through the desert on a horse with no name.
It's pretty true. Made it through the desert with a horse with no name. Listen, I just think it's funny that he wears these. Dude, the boots be up to here, and then they be so big, right? Like it looks like you can. It looks like rain boots, but
which leads me to my Kanye topic number 3. They said that he was. I was reading an article and it said that the artist formerly known as Kanye West, because now he is only Ye.
Yeah.
Apparently like snuffed somebody for asking for an autograph.
Yeah,
or something
he punched
like that.
him.
And so I was like, he's
spazzing
funny.
out right now, man.
I mean, he always spazzes like.
No, I think he's mad that Kim likes Pete Davidson, but like. I don't know. Listen, I've even come around to Pete Davidson. Like, he seems like a cool dude. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. It's true. I have no issues with Pete Davidson. I also feel like people kind of like undermining the idea that he could be a man that happens to like him, that like it just happens to be Kim Kardashian. Like, it could be any chick.
A lot of dudes like Kim Kardashian.
A lot of girls seem to like Pete fucking Davidson. It's ridiculous.
It's true.
He fucked Ariana Grande, that Kate Kate Beckinsale, bitch. He's fucking Kim, and I'm pretty sure there's some other broads in there.
He's doing something right. You know?
Listen, regardless of that, I think that let him be. Like it seems like Kim is not interested, and I don't even like talking about this, but Kim doesn't even seem interested in Kanye anymore.
No, definitely
I think
not.
his erratic behavior over the last 5 to 10 years has been quite daunting, if you will. If that was my relationship, like, God damn it, Kanye, can't we just have one regular night without you spazzing out on everybody?
It puts a cloud over your social grouping.
Like we're at a restaurant eating, and he's like, "This soup is too cold. Where's the chef?"
Like, I don't want to be associated.
No,
with
Kanye, we'll bring you some. I don't want no new soup. I want to see the chef. Babe, can we just chill? Can we just eat? No, fuck that. The soup is cold. What am I supposed to eat? Cold soup? I'm fucking Kanye. Actually, I'm not Kanye. Bitch, from now on, call me Ye. Fuck all that other shit.
You know when Drake was
Where
talking
are my
about,
big boots? I gotta go.
When Drake was talking about, like, why are you causing a scene at Cheesecake? I like to go there.
I would assume
that's Kanye.
I would expect any kind of like experience out with Kanye to be pretty emotionally stressful, right? Like it'd probably be real fun. You'll be laughing, and then all of a sudden he'll spaz out, and you don't know who you're dealing with anymore. You're like, Kanye, don't look at me like you're gonna murder me. I don't want to look at. Don't call me Kanye. I'm Ye, bitch.
I think Kanye just has.
I wasn't a backpacker.
I think he has a constant identity crisis.
Yeah,
and until he can like figure out who he is, I don't think I would enjoy being around with him at all.
No, I don't think that's not somebody I would want to speak to.
No, like he has those times where he's like he's the victim and he has like the weird victim voice on, and it's just like, Kanye, please stop with all that because enough is enough. And then he has like the I'm the cocky. I'm a genius.
And it comes out like they're like alternating, like one's one time, one's the other.
It's like when Jonah Hill gets really skinny and then when he gets really fat,
Nah, man, I don't like to do that because I feel he turns out to be a pretty cool guy. And also, so I've seen him talk about like how they were like, they addressed his weight change or some shit, like the fat kid. And he's taken offense a couple of times just because it's like, I can imagine how fucking hard it is to get it off. I don't know.
I get it, but it's like
I don't want to
eat because I'm unhappy, and I'm unhappy because I eat.
It's not that I won't fat shame. Okay, it's not that. I just don't feel like we should fat shame the guy who made Superbad. Also,
listen, let me explain something to you. I don't care. All right, I love Jonah Hill. I love all a lot of the things that he's done. Like a lot of his work is pretty fucking good. He wants to be taken more seriously as an actor these days. Whatever, it's cool.
Which also he is a pretty fucking good actor.
But like also, I mean, it doesn't make you exempt. Sorry, I know that you're on a positivity kick. I'm not. I'm on a kicking the cigarette habit thing, so that means I can't.
You're more stressed.
Yeah, no. I just make fun
Jonah
of things.
Hill said that he would make another Superbad, but the caveat is they got to be 80, right? And like, so it went from Superbad when they're in high school to Superbad when they were mad old and shit.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I mean,
Superbad maybe at returement. Maybe like at like 60,
we get to that
65.
point and we're just still, oh man, they made Superbad too.
Like, oh, too bad. What a Superbad one.
like Superbad. Who the fuck is?
Who's Jonah Hill?
Jonah Hill said they'd make it. Jonah what?
Pretty much. At that point, don't even make it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that these reboots are done. They're talking about making Entourage again, and they got a big part of the cast already.
The only thing that I'm excited about is they're doing the game reboot, and it's a very tentative excitement because
it can't be BT's version.
It's got to
be the WGN.
If it's
edition.
not, there's a good way to do it and there's a bad way to do it. And if it's
the
not,
bad way is the second way.
If you focus on the drama instead of on the comedy, you lost me. I need the comedy. That's why I watched.
It was great. That's why I'm saying it can't be BET's. It's got to be WGN's version.
Yeah,
that's the only way it'll be good.
Yeah.
All right. So we've talked about Kanye buying the house, thinking it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I think that man has to. He said it's because he wants his kids to be able to access him all the time. No, well, yeah, maybe, but also the fact that you can access their house at any time, like
that's true. Because I mean, you you have cars, and then like there's like public transit, and then there's like all kinds of other crazy things.
Public transit. You think Kanye's taking public? Imagine getting on the train and shit, and Kanye's just sitting there, just like
Not Kanye, but his kids. You know, would you recognize his kids?
Kanye's kids taking public transportation. I don't think they'll ever take public transportation in their lives.
So everybody should take public transportation.
Not everybody. Oh, we didn't say
not everybody?
rest in peace to John Madden.
Oh yes.
Yes. So that's another one. So that's the third one. I knew we had another one to say,
Yes,
but
rest
I
in
completely
peace, John
forgot.
Madden. Actually, I thought we did talk about it because I remember saying something like he's one of those people that you kind of forget about.
No,
until, like,
he
the
just
game,
passed a
and
couple weeks ago.
I'm pretty sure we talked about it.
He just passed. Like I don't.
Pretty positive we talked about it.
Did we predict it?
Well, when did he?
Like a couple weeks ago.
Well, that doesn't tell me anything.
After we stopped potting for a couple weeks.
'Cause we potted, I think, on like the. Well,
Yeah, I don't think he. Yeah, he passed after that.
I don't know about that, but regardless, yes, rest in peace to John Madden, icon in the football world, of course.
Yeah, most definitely. He's the face of the video game.
Right.
You know, he's been a crazy announcer. Like, honestly, it's another end of an era. You know, in our lifetimes, we've seen a lot of the GOATs go
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
And it's only going to happen more and more as you get older. Like the people that you grew up watching, they age. Obviously they're older than you, you know. So a lot of these people who are 20, 30 years older than you will eventually end up passing, unfortunately. But
Yeah, I mean, the likelihood
that's just the way life works,
Yeah.
you know.
Of course.
So, unfortunately.
Not everybody's going to see 99, you know.
Right. And that's and that sucks. But again, that goes into what we were talking about, cryogenically being frozen. Maybe you do see it. I don't know. I don't
true.
know. Hopefully, they don't unfreeze you like. What if they froze you and then they decided when they wanted to unfreeze you? So they were like, all right, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and they pick you, and it's like war. But like then I'm eeny, right? And when they pick me, it's like fucking peaceful everywhere and shit. Like, but it's like a 10-year difference. That would suck. You're like, dude, you froze me to bring me back to this bullshit. What the fuck?
And at no point in any time of my life that I think that 2022 was going to be as 2022 is, right?
What if they're already cryogenically freezing people? Right? So like,
I'm sure that they probably are.
So like, some of these people have been
what I'm saying
stuck
is,
in a freezer.
I don't have any predictions for what I think like the next 100 years is going to look like.
Do you think that how cold do you think you have to be to actually cryogenic? You said it has to be flash, right?
I think so. I would imagine.
So like you're walking this.
Because like all your organs, if you freeze them, like
They have to
gradually, you're just gonna die. I think.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably like a slow death in terms of like
Yeah.
how you really don't want to go about doing it.
No, probably not.
Okay,
It's like
so
hypothermia, and then
That'd be interesting to see. Like in 20, 30 years, they develop some crazy shit, and all these people.
Is that really a thing though?
what?
Cryogenic freezing, is that like really?
I don't listen.
I don't think that you do it like in a normal freezing
Well,
way. I think they
everything in the-
inject you.
Everything in the movies seems to be what we see in real life, and what we see in the movies, in real life happens to be in the movies. So I'm assuming that cryogenic is something.
So then the aliens that exist really are cars.
So like Transformers, like Optimus Primes.
Yeah,
and shit?
yeah. You know, Bumblebee, whatnot.
Oh, no.
I mean, you never know. I mean, I'm just saying. Like my large belief is that we are the aliens, the original.
Oh yeah, yeah.
aliens here. Anyways,
I've come to that conclusion. I told Vivi, she's like, "What do you mean?" And she was like, "Holy shit." She's like, "You might be right."
Like I think we were like on a distant planet, and we saw like the meteor hit and kill the dinosaurs.
We've
We're like,
already-
oh shit, what happened over there? And then we were like, this is a nice place to set up
Humans have already done this to another planet.
for sure.
That's probably
Mars.
What happened. Yeah,
I think Mars was the original Earth.
and eventually we're gonna get what's the planet after us?
I don't know.
We're the third rock from the sun, right?
Yeah.
That's the only reason. The only way I remember that is from the TV show.
It's pretty hilarious too.
Oh yeah, we are the third rock from the sun. Mars was fourth, right? Are you talking about we did this to Mercury? Is it Mercury
No,
before us?
I'm saying I think we did that to Mars because if you look at the landscape of Mars,
What's
it's
the
as
first
though
planet
like the
again?
whole
What-
thing got dusted.
What's the
you know?
first planet again?
Pluto?
No, the first planet is that's the last.
Jupiter? Motherfucker, I don't know. I just know the planets.
Jupiter.
Saturn?
What the fuck? You don't know the first planet?
There's like what are you talking about? The first planet, like the president,
sun.
the president of the planets.
From the sun. You dick. What the fuck? How can I not remember? So okay, let's just think now. Like I know Mercury.
It might be Mercury. I don't know.
Mercury. What's the next one? Planets.
Venus.
Planets in order. I think that's it. Hold on. Okay, so in order, bitch. This is not the order.
I just know the planets that exist. I don't know which
I
order
feel like
they're in.
I feel like we are really not smart right now. Mercury, Venus, Earth. So yeah, Mercury is the first one, right? So that means we did it to Venus already, right?
I don't think. Why do you assume that it goes in order from where we are in relation to the sun?
Because the sun's strength is what I'm thinking about.
No, but I'm just thinking about how we fucked it up because people are the,
So you
are
think
the
we've
disease.
done this? So we.
I think people are the termites of Earth.
I don't think you can live on Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, or Jupiter.
Humans are the termites of Earth.
Possibly. Right?
Eventually, they
But,
destroy everything.
The conversation I'm trying to have is different from that. Obviously, we are. So, are we talking about that it goes backwards? So, from Earth, we're gonna have to go to Venus.
No, I don't think
Why
that
are
we're
we trying to
bouncing
go to
along the line.
Why are we trying to do Mars then?
I don't think we're going from the line to the line to the line. We're looking at the ones that are most. The atmosphere is the most habitable.
Hospitable, not habitable.
No, not hospitable.
Yeah, hospitable. For us to live there, nice to us. Like hospitable.
Hospitality. No. Well, whatever it is, I don't think that is based off of much else than the possibility that we can actually survive on that planet.
My thing isn't that related to the sun. So the sun's dying, slowly, but it's dying. So at some point, the Earth is not going to be habitable. Habitable. Habitable.
Uninhabitable.
Habitable. Yes.
That's what I said. And you said it's not that.
But you said we both said it in the wrong word. Emphasis on the wrong syllable. So I would assume that we'd be going to Venus, right? Because the sun's getting worse.
Yeah, but is
Because
there?
Mars looks like this has already happened.
And
Mars looks like what we're gonna do.
We need an
to Earth.
atmosphere in which we can breathe because we have lungs, not anything else.
But Mars is so far, and it looks like we already.
I want to live in a place where it's so thick that I can just literally swim through the air.
You know the term scorched Earth?
Uh-huh.
It looks like they scorched Mars before they scorched Earth.
Man, that reminds me. I forgot what the name of the place that this is located, but they have like the gates to hell, right? Like some mining shit that had like a big fucking it just all fell in on each other, like whatever. And then natural gas has been burning there ever since it's 70 years, 60 years old now.
Why don't they do something about that?
No, it's been a tourist attraction. It's basically like if you looked at the Grand Canyon, but it was literally on fire, kind of like it's a molten.
So like Yellowstone, because Yellowstone is literally boiling underneath where we were.
Yes
walking.
and no. It's more like a crater that it's just burning natural gas the entire time, so you can literally see it. It looks like volcanic.
Well, Yellowstone
magma
did that
type of shit.
I mean, in those vents,
but it's different.
It's not
different.
like a vent.
Like, all right, here, let me Google it and show you what it looks like because.
But my argument with the planets is it would assume for me it would make more sense that if the sun is dying down, right, and we lived on Mars because Mars looks like it was scorched already, and we're on Earth and we're doing the same thing that happened.
It's called the
Mars.
Darvaza gas crater in Turkmenistan. Turkmenistan? I don't know. Here, Gates of Hell. Look.
Oh, that's dope. It looks like a volcano. What the hell?
But now the president. Just recently, I think this week, announced that he wants to have it extinguished. Essentially,
what president
of that Turkmenistan?
Why? Because it's killing everybody.
No, I don't think it's killing everybody. I just don't know for whatever reason he doesn't like it.
So you can put that out. Like, why don't they do that to volcanoes?
No, it's natural gas burning there. That's not a volcano. I don't know. It's a natural gas line because there was miners because mining was happening, and that's what caused it.
So when's it going to run out of gas?
The Earth's crust, I think, is just made of largely of a natural gas layer, so I don't think it'll ever burn out. Probably.
Speaking of that, did you hear about the fucking underwater volcano that erupted like 2 days ago and near the island of Tonga in the South Pacific, I believe it is?
Nope.
It erupted so large that there was a tsunami.
That's what caused the tsunami, huh?
Yeah, tsunami warnings for the West Coast, Canada, Alaska.
That part I heard of. I didn't hear what the cause of it was, but I don't watch the news. So
there's pictures of it.
I catch tail end of things.
There's satellite images from fucking space, and it looks insane. So
But isn't that how like the formation of land and mountains occurs through the eruption of volcano in the water? Now it's been a while since I've been in school, but I'm pretty positive. Like once that lava erupts through the water, immediately solidifies it.
yeah,
Essentially.
but well, no, it blew mad fucking. Look at this. This is a satellite picture.
Damn.
So it blew, and also you got to think about the power that comes out of it. It's not no fucking bitch.
Yeah.
So the shock wave that it sends through the water, right, underwater that you don't even see, sends it blasting 360 degrees around it, and in all directions.
And it's just a big
360
wave comes to the
degrees.
surface and fucking disperses.
Yeah, so it goes up, does what it does. But no, like, yeah, maybe that at the surface, but I think what happens underneath is the more important part. So
Yeah, that's. I mean,
so
obviously.
it blows, and the shock wave. Think about it; it's like a big ball of just power that blows, and underneath the water, like the energy, like disperses from that point.
Well, because it's coming from the bottom and just fucking superpowering itself through everything to the top.
Exactly, it's like it's like a burp. It's like a big ass burp, or
One of those ones that
maybe
really just
more-
relieves
maybe-
that pressure in your chest.
maybe more accurately put, and maybe more insensitively as well. It's
Like
like,
a fart.
It's like a large diarrhea,
Oh yeah,
like violent.
worse than a fart. I suppose.
It's like the earth has a violent release, and that's what it is. And but that's why like those waves are fucking crazy. Like when I saw, it, I was like, holy shit! I couldn't imagine witnessing a volcano erupt.
I would like to, but I wouldn't want to be too close to it. Like,
How would you see it if you're not close enough to see it?
because if you're talking about a volcano on land, it's going to shoot up high enough where you can be a
You
few.
gonna get in a plane?
You could be a couple hundred miles away and probably see it.
Nah, dude, that's fucking nuts, man. I couldn't imagine that.
Even if I'm like
earthquakes,
50 miles away and I have
seeing-
time to go,
seeing like a big fucking hurricane on its way, like being on the coast and seeing a hurricane coming, like, oh, cool.
I was watching Signs the other day. I caught like the last half of it, and I was like, Mel Gibson's crazy, man.
Dude, the fucking fact that he came in and the brother had the foil on his head.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in years, but
He's
it's
like-
pretty funny.
Meryl, swing away. Swing away, Meryl. That shit was hilarious. And it's only funny because they made fun of it in Scary Movie.
Oh, they did make fun of it, didn't they? That is pretty. Like, remember when the thing just walked past? It was like, oh, everybody. That was like the scary point. Everybody's like, oh. It was like this big skinny. I think I could beat up one of those aliens, to be honest with you.
I would imagine so.
They look like the night before Christmas, like that guy,
Yeah,
really skinny.
I feel like a bet would have.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they got like bones to break or it's just like a big muscle. Like, are they like snakes that walk?
Listen, somebody got to get.
Do you think?
I bet you we can shoot these things. I bet.
I would have. So like, for some reason, we always assume aliens to be so advanced and like scary, right? Like, oh,
There
man.
shouldn't be a reason why you shouldn't be able to shoot them and just cause.
Well, I don't know, man. Do you think? Maybe aliens are cool enough to kick it with. I mean, I don't know.
They might be, but also, I mean, who knows? Because think about it. Like even in Earth,
You come into the house and be like, man, I don't know what they were tripping about. man."
even in Earth, on Earth, you have people going into like humans going into other parts of the Earth and other humans who are there mad about it and drama starting, tension. So how you gonna have that with a completely different race of things invading your
What if aliens come with intention to like help us, give us crazy technology, fucking good health stuff?
Then hopefully they're
and-
smart enough to have a good approach because I don't think they can come down where there's like 1,000 fucking ships coming from the Earth from space in the sky landing here. Like it's gonna look like you have issues with us.
We've seen too many
And we're
movies.
gonna have problems. Yeah.
We've watched too many movies where they've made it seem like you guys are going to eat our faces.
It shouldn't look like you're the Marvel
Oh,
universe.
no, they're
now
gonna probe us.
coming here.
Huh?
Like it shouldn't look like the Marvel universe, like all the evil parts just coming from the sky. Like, oh, let's attack you
Like
now.
now we've got to fucking fight these. No, listen. There's something about it that I think Hollywood's always tried to depict it as like this scary thing. What if they're just like neighborly people? Like, hey guys, just flying past your solar system here and just figured we'd say hello. Like, get out. Be like, damn, Earthlings are fucked up. Fly away in their cool spaceship. Those guys live infinitely long. They have like the fucking fountain of youth. They have all the secrets, and they would give it to us. But Earthlings are fucking stupid.
I definitely think like
Humans
like
are
X-Files. like Men in Black type of shit. Those kind of agencies have to exist.
Who should we have represent us at the first meeting of the aliens? You know what I mean? Like, should we have a specific person? Should it be I don't think Joe Biden should be the guy that.
No, definitely not Joe Biden.
He's like these old guys, they'd be racist towards, like, they don't even know what race aliens are. They'd just be racist.
So if they were like, take me to your leader, like, no. Listen,
You
that's
don't
not a good
want-
idea.
you don't want
What
to
I
see
will
the
bring
leader.
you to is, so who was that person? that you
Yeah,
bring him?
that's the thing. Who do we talk to? Like, do we bring him to like Hove?
Bring him to Dave Chappelle.
Like,
He's
That
gonna
would be
He's gonna be honest with you, but he's also gonna make you laugh. So hopefully, it'll break some of the tension, and we won't have so much. Like you're new here. You're not invading us, but we don't trust you yet.
see, I don't know, man. I feel like that's why they haven't come. They were here. They were like, yo, those motherfuckers suck.
All I know is if I've learned anything from social studies, if the aliens come, I'm thinking they're more Christopher Columbus than Sancho Panza. You know what I mean? Like, they're trying to probably
You think
start
they're
some
gonna
shit
try to,
more than be peaceful with me.
Like, colonize and shit.
Yeah, some shit like that. Like, why are you here otherwise?
I mean, maybe they're bored,
They
dude.
just randomly stumbled upon it. Like, space is big. We just kind of came across it.
Space does seem to be kind of big. Like,
It does.
I mean, it's fairly large.
Do you think they have like a space navigation system?
And there's just nothing on it for years. You're just like flying.
Well, you can see like different planets, and maybe they have different space names. This is getting to be a high conversation.
So I do want to get to. I'd like to live to the point where we're able to do like space travel. Like, yo,
We're getting there.
I'm dipping for a bit.
We're getting there thanks
Like,
to
no,
Elon
like
Musk. and
freely.
his-
Like, I got my car spaceship.
well, I mean, think about it.
My car ship.
I think in the last year, there's been like 5 celebrities that have gone up to.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
So,
about
I mean, like,
yo,
it's
I'm
becoming-
going home, but before I do that, I'm gonna drop off into Andromeda, right?
This guy.
I mean, listen, I'm trying to get a Tesla soon.
That's what I'm saying. Thanks to Elon Musk, it's becoming more that way. Like, we're headed in that direction because of him. Like, able to do more space travel, able to get more clearance to go up there frequently, and
the way that dude
finding out
smoked
how to
weed
reuse.
is hilarious. He was like, one eyebrow up.
we gotta avoid getting the smoke in your eye.
Yeah, but it was just funny. Like, the
You ever
way
had smoke in your eye?
the
It
way
fucking
he
burns.
smoked, it seemed like the way he would approach anything in life. Like, like open a door. Okay, it worked.
Like the wheels are turning the entire time.
Yeah, such a thought process with everything. Turn door to open.
Like, now if I turn the handle left, put more strain on the tendons in my forearm. But
And
if I
now
turn
he
to the right,
thinks it in much faster fashion than we're talking about.
no, not really, because you can tell the entire time that he's talking, the entire time he's doing anything, he's constantly thinking about
It's
it.
computing.
If
it's like a
like you're talking about the one he did obviously with what's it called
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, right?
Yeah.
So what I noticed watching that is he's very deliberate with his speech.
Yeah.
He's not going to say extra words. In a sense,
I
not like
noticed
Kevin,
that too.
not like Kevin from The Office, where he's not going to say extra words, but like where he's not going to say extra words. And
Nothing extra for no reason.
he's
Like,
concise,
here's the sentence you're
but
going to
he's going to think about it and make sure that it comes out the way he intends on it coming out. You know,
Yeah. No, you're right. And the way watching him talk is a little bit interesting at the same time. You're like, what the fuck? This guy's a different individual.
it's funny because like he'll ask him a question and he'll just sit there for like 30 seconds quietly.
You'd be like,
Like, are you broken?
Elon.
And somebody make sure he's all right.
Elon? Be like, and then he'll come to like, yes, but and then be like,
And he'll tell you things that'll just change your life. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I make toast by putting it in the toaster and like just getting right around the middle section and hitting the button. He's like, no,
why not?
this is what you need to do.
No, why not? Why do all that? You know, why not just put the stove on and put the bread there? I see no need for a toaster.
Like, why would I do that? And he'll just explain it to you
I
like,
see no need for a toaster. Never once.
dude, toasters are the best thing. One of the best things that have ever been
They
created.
said, Elon, how are you going to create a car? I was like, well, I drive every day. Why not?
Well, I knew what it takes to drive a car and what it takes to make a car move. So I put those things together and
I'm smart.
yeah, he's on a different plane of intelligence, this guy.
Bet you he's got a plane.
He's probably the reason why, if the world does not end in the next couple decades, he's probably the reason why.
Yeah, if people let him. Okay, so the last thing I got on my list, honestly, for today is so for those who aren't aware, there's a story out there of Mr. Drake. Drake apparently took a young lady back to the hotel room where they engaged in sexual relations.
Allegedly.
No, they did. This is what they said. Well, allegedly, yes, I guess.
Unless they confirmed it, it's alleged.
Yes, through the story. Consensually as well, through the
Right.
story. And
Allegedly, he said,
He got
"Can I
up.
have some?" And she said yes.
he wore a condom. He got up, went to the bathroom after they fucked, took it off, came back, laid down, or did whatever. The young lady then, apparently, allegedly, possibly, walked into the bathroom, picked said condom up, and they said poured it inside of herself. So this is where my mind goes. How did you do that? So my mind, she's on her back, right? And she's kind of like
Like, you don't hear any of the scuffling happening in the bathroom, Drake?
she's like pushed her pelvis up, right, in the air as high as she can go.
She's like doing a headstand
then-
on the wall.
And she's like tipped the condom over, right? Like she had like, but it's impressive the things she may have done.
Does she have a syringe in the bathroom by any chance? She would just like, shh, and then
I don't think any of this works.
base
I think
herself in
from
that way?
Once it touches oxygen, it's done for, right? That's what I've heard in terms.
I mean, I think so. I don't know.
yeah. So and definitely it can't just sit in a condom for fucking 10 minutes and then you think it's gonna work again. It's warm. It has to stay incubated, right?
I have no idea.
Anyway,
I don't have a
That's
uterus or ovaries or
that's neither here
anything
nor there.
necessary to
But
really
you have
worry
the
about
dick
it.
that shoots it. Anyway, so she then poured it inside of herself and was shocked when her vagina started to burn. Now, the way that this happened is Drake burned her, but not how you would usually burn somebody. He poured hot sauce inside of this condom, and then she put it inside of her pussy, and now she's got a hot pussy. So
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
no, the funny part is she's now trying to sue him.
That's also
I
funny.
say you get what you deserve, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck kind of
Like-
shiesty ass shit is that? You just gonna wait for the motherfucker to throw the condom in the bag? And like him put. Okay, so
I don't know why he
first,
didn't just flush it.
so all this is alleged. We don't know that it's true. I hope it is for everything that. Why not? I think that's hilarious. This should
That's
definitely
hilarious.
be a true story. I would love for it to be a true story. But my mind keeps going back to like the image of how she looked when she was born. Did she like prop herself up against a wall, right, with her shoulders on the floor and her butt in the air, and then spread and then just pour? Because I would assume that if you're gonna try this, you got one shot, one opportunity, and
Sees everything you ever wanted.
right. So
in one moment.
So I'm assuming she had the Eminem it right, and like somehow kind of like poured in there and hoped that there was a drop or two that went in. I don't see how that works because I don't know. I don't. Did she like just spoon it inside? This is getting kind of nasty, but at the same time, I want to know if this is true, because for her pussy to get hot like it did, right, spicy, if you will, a little bit of.
It's hilarious that he would think to put hot sauce in the condom. Why didn't you just flush the condom?
Yeah, you could do that.
I think
Or
that probably would have been.
why
I mean, a lot of water sanitation engineers would probably advise against such a thing, but I think it's better than the situation you're currently in.
I think there's funny ways to go about it. I think hot sauce could be one.
Put some hot
What if
sauce
you-
on my burrito,
What
baby.
if you put like some pepper in there? The jalapeno. Is there
So what you're saying basically
Is
is that
should do that.
his thought process was that this bitch gonna try to fucking take what's in this condom and put it in herself after we're done here.
I think
it was a
Drake,
premeditated thought.
being Drake, realizes there is a potential for such a thing.
So then Drake being Drake should flush it.
Oh yeah. I mean, but I think maybe
He just wanted to laugh.
because Drake is a kind of a funny guy. He's like probably like
He's like, you can hear her fucking screaming, and
he probably didn't know that she was gonna, but on the off chance that she did, it's a funny story.
gotcha, bitch.
Like kick the door, ha ha, bitch, ha.
I threw that shit before I came in the room.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think there's something to be said about the fact that you have to do that in these days, right? Because what happens if I don't think it's possible, but what happens if you got pregnant by pouring the condom full of cum inside of you? I don't think that's a thing. Just gonna put it out there. Pretty sure. Actually, I need to look that
I
up.
would also like to advise against that, and just in general. Well,
Yeah, don't be a bitch.
it's fucking gross.
Like that's nasty as hell, man.
Yeah, that's nasty.
All right, so sperm living. Oh wait.
Man, you're gonna fuck up all your algorithms. You better go to like incognito search.
Can sperm survive in air? Outside of a male's body, sperm can die within a few minutes. Sperm need moisture and warmth to survive, so once exposed to air and semen starts to dry, sperm die quickly. Yes. How long can sperm survive in open air? About 15 to 30 minutes. Oh, wow, that's a long time, man.
It's a lot of time.
Oh, man, she might have got it.
Damn.
She might have got it.
So what happens
doesn't-
now with the addition of hot sauce?
But
Is she gonna have
but don't condoms have like spermicide?
some of them do. I don't think all of them necessarily.
I don't know.
Which would be weird because the idea is to keep sperm from aciding. I don't know.
Ah, boy. Yeah, that's that. How long can sperm live outside the body on clothes? Oh, I got it all over your shirt. Sorry. Skate. So that's longer than I thought. 15 to 30 minutes is a long time.
I feel like you can't do that, right? Like if a guy did something, I don't know what the equivalent of a guy doing that to a chick is, but if a guy did that, or the equivalent thereof,
What is the equivalent like
It would-
leaving after they have the baby?
so the equivalent of a girl trying to trap a dude with a baby is the dude leaving and essentially trapping the girl with a baby. That's hilarious. That is fucking great.
So we're not condoning it, but we're just talking about reciprocation, right?
Yes.
So basically, what you've just
What I'm
said-
saying is that is frowned upon heavily.
So break that down one more time. I just want to hear you say it one more time.
So the equivalent of a woman trapping a man with a baby
Right.
through methods similar to the one this woman
Right.
went to.
So
a bit of an extreme method.
So
but
saying they've somehow gotten pregnant by you and had this child, or
Right.
intends to have said child.
fucking poking a hole in the condom before
Right,
you get busy.
something-
Whatever it is that leads to you having a baby and you as the man took the appropriate methods to avoid it, but she was a little bit more crafty than you were.
Yes.
Okay, so her having a trapping you baby, the equivalent to that is having the baby and then you leaving, and now this lady is technically trapped with the baby.
Therefore, leaving said woman trapped with the baby. Yes, that probably is the reciprocation to that. And though I don't condone it, I'm gonna say that possibly, just possibly.
That it's fair. Listen, if
No, it's not.
If
fair
I
because
wore a condom,
a baby is involved.
if I wore a condom and I we did everything we needed to do, and then afterwards you found some dirty ass method to get yourself impregnated by the semen that had left my body. Okay, you found a way to do that after the fact. Would have never happened had you not gone to these extreme methods.
Well, you got
So now you had a baby. Once that baby comes, that's your fault.
yeah, but
In joking land, it's your
yeah,
fault.
in joking land, there we go. Just say that. But no, I don't.
This is
know.
always jokes.
It's always.
If you don't understand that by now, then you are in the wrong motherfucking place.
By now,
All I do
you
is joke about
will
things.
Never, ever. You know what's funny? We didn't pod for 3 weeks. Adam didn't mess with this once. I said,
hit
"Hey,
the
I
round of applause
man.
button.
Hey, man.
I said,
Why? No. I'm talking about like in the time we weren't potting to put like new sound bites, figure some new shit out. You just be doing nothing.
But
all
here's the
day,
problem,
don't you?
right?
Just be.
If I put sound bites on there ahead of time, that means that this is a very premeditated show in which It's not.
Well, there's
We
certain
don't
things we would probably
premeditate
like to
things.
put on there, like some funny things.
Well, the problem is we have to have pre-production meetings and talk
well,
about
we've
these
talked
things.
about actual ones.
No, we
want to
don't
put up
have
there.
pre-production meetings. They got to be
Not
like
meetings,
more
I'm
formal,
talking-
you know?
yeah.
We got to plan and strategize. And if we don't do that, then I ain't putting shit on there, you know?
All right, man. Whatever.
We got to know what we're doing here.
What-
Have a flow, have a transition. Got to do that. Otherwise, it's just meaningless sounds on a pad.
What you wearing, man? What kind of kicks you got on?
I got these pine green ones. I think I wore them fairly recently, but I just felt like putting them on today. I don't know.
Never
It's
seen
been a
Blue
minute.
Duck before, and
It's been a minute since we did this, so I was like, let me put on a little something.
Yeah.
Something. And I didn't get a haircut this week, so
Man, I got a haircut.
you
It
know, I
felt
got
so good.
all kinds of issues that I'm sorting out here apparently. Before we get into your shoes, because we've talked about them probably 12 times since you got them.
Not really. I
see
mean, not
you,
that I've had them.
I see you shining a little bit. We didn't talk about that.
Oh,
We didn't talk
yeah.
about your Christmas.
Yeah, I
as
got.
we-
Well, we didn't actually. That's right.
Well, we talked about you open about it, but you didn't talk about what you got.
Well, like I said, I put together a list of like things that I would really like, and just like a smorgasbord, if you will, so you can put together your own little charcuterie of it and pass it along to me. Which, by the way, I fucking love.
I don't know what's the difference between
Charcuterie.
smorgasbord and charcuterie.
Well, smorgasbord is a way to describe what you have on a charcuterie board. It's a smorgasbord of things. Anyway, that being said, I asked for a few things, right? I knew I asked for some new trimmers for the beard.
Right.
I asked for.
Which I also got one up for my birthday because I think we didn't pod since the day passed.
That's right. Then I asked for like a case for like my trading cards. One of those airtight joints.
Right.
Um,
Keep them fresh,
I asked for a few other things, but then I asked for, if you're not familiar with this brand called Jackson, it's JAXXON, not a paid sponsor, but hey, man, if you'd like to sponsor us by sending us a chain, we will.
Right.
These are, it's not 100%, right? It's like gold plated, but like a nice gold plated and not expensive, probably like $150. But it's like nice and heavy and quality feeling. So that's what I had done my research on gold plated because a gold, pure gold chain is out of my league.
It's a bit expensive.
Yeah, we ain't making it, but
Nah.
we're gonna try. But anyway, no, this chain is like super nice to me, man. I enjoy it. I like having it. So there's that. Yeah, that's my shining,
Okay.
not the shinning. He's got the shinning.
I ate him. I ate the way he would bark. All right, so then your feet.
Oh yeah. So this morning I was trying to figure out what to wear for the pod, man. Like I couldn't. Like I wanted to wear these sweats, but I couldn't.
Purple swag.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're like purple.
Purple swag.
They're purple,
swag.
but not like purple at the same time. There's like some sort of other color in them.
They look like those old rolls of sweethearts back in the day. They look like the purple that came out of that before you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
maybe just a little bit. So I said, "Fuck it," I forgot I had these. I was like, "Look at that matches, purple and purple, y'all." So that's
Although that's a different.
it is. But fuck you, just like you got 14 green.
I acknowledge, and you said, but whatever. How does it look in the camera? I'm just letting you know that I noticed both on mine and on you.
I didn't
that they're different
ask you
shades.
though, motherfucker.
Yeah, but sometimes not necessary.
Anyway, so
I use my platform irresponsibly regularly.
I know. Anyway, so yeah, Flint Sevens. Decided to wear them. I've been doing reels on Instagram.
Go check those out.
Yeah, so like I've been trying to it's honestly made me more of a productive individual. I'll be like, oh fuck, I'd like to do a little bit of reel. So it's a lifestyle, like shit, like day in the life. So I'll be like, all right, fuck it. Gotta wash the dishes anyway. Shoot a little quick video of it, and I'm talking about like a second. I just record, show me doing a little bit, turn it off, do my chore. It's not like everything I'm doing is now related.
You
to
should start a new page and call it "It's Really, Really Real," and then post all your reels on it.
Is it real? Is it really real? Yeah, son.
I'm real.
But
you can do
yeah. So I've been doing reels, and part of that's like sneakers and shit. So
right.
whatever.
A day in a life. The saga continues.
Something like that.
If they wrote a book on your life, you think anybody would read it?
Nah, probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
It's not.
I don't even think I would read it.
I don't feel like it's gotten super interesting just yet. So hopefully we get there. But either way,
I mean, we also kind of have like a live action storybook in a way,
yeah.
The nice thing about the pod is it's almost like a time capsule. If we wanted to go back and see what was happening in 2018, we were talking about current events. You know what I mean? So we're gonna watch one of my shows.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
my file photo. I ain't going back to ABC7 archives.
It's our archives. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. It's our records office.
Yeah, yeah. I forgot what the name of the record keeper would be in a place like that.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. Hey, I think that was a pretty decent first pod back in a few weeks, and
Yeah.
I hope y'all missed us as much as we miss y'all. You know, it sucks when we're not able to pod. Trust me.
Yeah.
I know I was gonna put things on you. Whatever, man. You know, we in pod. It's very obvious that we in pod. We will have a pod out on Tuesday, luckily. So, thank you all for tuning in. If you did, in fact, tune in, follow us on all the socials. Subscribe to the channel here if you are still with us to this point and have not yet done it. And I guess that would be it, right? Nothing else for you?
No, not at all.
Cool. So then for me, my brother, my dog, catch y'all on 123.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, peace.